Donald Trump trades on unpredictability. He's made it a hallmark of his administration, and that's why there's still a considerable amount of uncertainty as to whether or not he will actually strike Iran, even if recent comments suggest his enthusiasm may be waning. The US president has made a number of remarks encouraging protesters to take to the streets, to take control of Iran's institutions, to take note of the names of people who have been massacring them in the street, and promising that American help would be on its way. But remarks he made yesterday that he'd been told by the Iranians the killings had stopped and executions of the thousands who'd been arrested weren't going to happen has suggested a different course. There's also been some regional pressure coming into play here, including from one of the US's NATO allies, Turkey.
Our priority is to avoid any situation that would lead to the use of force, but as we saw in the past few months, during the 12-day war, we faced attacks first from Israel and then from America, even though limited, and that attack stopped at a certain point. Now, the possibility of this happening again is not something we condone. We absolutely want problems to be solved through dialogue. I believe that widespread instability in Iran is far beyond the region's capacity to handle. Therefore, we will continue diplomatic efforts.
The Saudis, Qataris and Omanis have also been in the president's ear, urging him not to attack Iran, given it could prompt a broader regional conflict. But aside from the political and diplomatic wrangling, the situation on the ground in Iran is still far from calm. Horrific videos continue to emerge of bodies lying in the street in recent days as a result of the brutal crackdown by regime security forces, and a curfew is now in place in many cities and towns. Human rights monitors put the death toll in the thousands, fearing they are conservative figures and noting there are many, many more detained. It's feared many of those who have been arrested will be met with charges carrying the death penalty, although Iran's foreign minister is insisting there are no plans for public hangings. One thing that the US has done is impose new sanctions on a number of Iranian companies and individuals. Among them is Ali Larijani. He is the secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council.